Hello everyone, this is Dodger487, and welcome to my Let's Play of Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. Without any further ado, let's get started. Let's see here. What shall our character's name be? Well, since I can't think of anything better at the moment, why not Dodger487? We shall be female, because for some reason I dislike playing male characters. And we will go deprived, because I like starting off with a disadvantage. And as such, I will also start off with no gift. Physique will be average, face will be commoner, hair will be ponytail B, because I think it looks neat, and the color will be black. How creative, huh, folks? Well, let's get this started then.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Always liked that introduction. So, a little about how this Let's Play is going to work is I'm not going to talk during NPC conversation, and I'm not going to talk during cutscenes, because that would be just rude. You're here to watch me play Dark Souls, and no sense in me ruining the good parts with mindless chatter. So, if by some unknown reason you recognize my voice, it's because I had started my own gaming channel on YouTube, which didn't last very long. Stuff came up, and it was basically put on permanent hiatus until I could more or less figure out how to work with the limited internet I now have. And with the new gaming channel that my friends and I have set up, I'll be expecting to put out roughly 2 videos a week. One on Tuesday and another, well, whenever I feel like it. Whenever I can. That guy was intimidating the first time I saw him. And this is my umpteenth playthrough of this game, so just about nothing's gonna intimidate me anymore. So I plan on putting at least 2 videos up a week, so as not to go overboard with the internet, because rent's expensive enough as it is. I don't need to overdo it with too much internet usage. So, yeah. Can't remember if I've already said this, but this might be the first video on the gaming channel my friends and I have set up. And the way that's going to work, as far as I know, is that it is more or less of a collaboration of gaming videos between all of us. Now, I myself am a rather avid gamer. I try to play as often as I can, other than the little stints of Netflix I've been going through lately. And I plan to do an entire Let's Play series with the Souls games.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure, why not?
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, "Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know." Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite.
Certainly is my favorite.
Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Anything else to say?
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm, and thank you.
Apparently not. So, if I remember correctly, that guy's name is Oscar. I might not be too certain about that. But he's dead now. And we're going to come across him later, once we return to the Northern Undead Asylum. Now, something I want to get off my chest. This is more or less the first playthrough I'm doing. Other than, well, this is essentially a reboot to the series I started, but still, it's a Let's Play nonetheless. And what I want to get off my chest is that I am rather nervous at the moment, since I will more or less be judged by all of the internet, because that's always fun. Like, even before starting this game, I probably hesitated about 20 minutes before bothering to actually start recording, just worrying about all the little details and whatnot. A longsword this early in the game, I must say I'm rather favorable of that. Doesn't do as much damage as the club, but then again, it just looks all shiny and handles smoothly. So yeah, I'm nervous, and this is my first Let's Play, and hopefully I'll be able to actually continue with this instead of chickening out like I did with the other ones. Hey there, bro. How about a sword to the face? Back of the neck, most likely. Just slashing at your butt. Don't mind me. Just trying to take a good chunk out of those nice juicy thighs. And hopefully you offer more of a challenge than just back swinging. And he's down. Rather easy once you know what you're doing. But then again, I've done this about 100 times before, so it's easy. Can't wait to fight the other one. So yeah, hopefully I can make an actual habit of putting out videos, because this seems like a really fun endeavor for my friends and I. Good job, go straight ahead. Why, thank you, random message on the ground. And here we have an item. Soul of a Lost Undead. And over this way, we have a random nest with 2 eggs in it. And for the life of me, I can't remember the name of that NPC crow, which I feel kind of ashamed of. But then again, I can always put the name in the video after I'm done recording. With the magic of editing.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Bye, birdie. And now we come to the Firelink Shrine. I remember having so much hype for the release of this game, being the second in the Souls series. I think I'm just going to go for a basic strength build at this point. I might change my mind later, but I don't really feel confident in playing a dexterity or magic based class. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Anything else?
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
That doesn't sound like the fun way to do things.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
So, for those of you who don't know on how this game works, is that once you die, you go into the hollow form. When you're in hollow form, it pretty much changes your appearance and some NPC interactions, though not too many. You get the occasional comment from guys like him, and yeah, then you have to go back, get your blood stain, and hopefully you don't die before touching her, or else you lose all your souls, and that's always a pain in the ass. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Not exactly the warmest of welcomes.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
1 copper coin.
Oh my.
How thoughtful.
You again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes, it would.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Learn gesture. Shrug. These are miracles, and they are more or less a secondary type of magic. Heal, which at this point would be the most effective next to Homeward, requires 12 faith, which I'm 1 short of, and 4,000 souls in which to purchase. And that's just a basic heal, which will come in handy if I don't feel like wasting Estus flask. And talismans I'm going to grab in a minute for free.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
Sure. I forget what I was saying before. Oh yeah. Sorry of the mechanics of the game. So yeah, once you die you go into soul form, which doesn't really have too many major consequences other than a couple of NPC interactions and no detriment to your health or anything. Cracked red eye orbs allow me to invade other worlds. And in this chest we have a morning star and a talisman. In this chest we have 6 homeward bones. And over here we have Lloyd's talisman, if I'm not correct. Yep. Which prevents Estus flasks being used in a limited area. Now, this wonderful area is the graveyard. It leads to a completely different section of the game, which I am sure as hell not prepared for. And it's gonna it is guaranteed to kill me. And the neat thing about this particular is that there are a couple of nifty items to grab, like that one over there. And having 18 souls and no humanity to lose, I'm going to do what I like to call, or what is commonly called, a suicide run, where I make several attempts to acquire a variety of items. I remember to go up and grab that one, because I have very little to lose, and a couple of items to gain along the way. For example, this Zweihander, which is a really big ass sword. I just gained 50 souls, which I'm guaranteed to lose, because I have an army of skeletons chasing my ass. And I'm dead. First death in Dark Souls in this playthrough. In a suicide run, no less. I still have an item to grab, which I'm going to grab. yeah, I also have an item up there to grab, which I'm going to do right after I grab this one. Ow. That hurt. I don't know if it's just me, but they seem to do a lot more damage than what I previously remember. I haven't played this game in a long time. And with it being a game renowned for its difficulty, I don't see why that should actually be an issue. And I'm not fond of fighting the skeletons at the moment because, if I remember correctly, I cannot kill them at the moment. I need something like blessed weapons. And here we have someone who cannot speak. Firekeeper soul. So, more about the mechanics of the game. Souls, in the bottom right corner, are used as currency to purchase items, weapons, and levels for your character. And down this way we're just going to speak to the first blacksmith we can come to. Also happens to sell a couple of magic items and spells. So, souls are currency, and these items I keep pick up, like the souls of a lost and dead nameless soldiers, all just give me more souls. But I don't plan to use them at this point. And we have more of these guys just lounging about. Can't go up there. This guy just staring at this beautiful scenic view of the Anorlando ruins, or Londo ruins if I remember correctly. And then this guy.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinheim. I was once an established smith, but look at me now. Can you believe it?
I wonder how he got in there in the first place.
What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
Sounds like a deal to me. Unfortunately, I have no weapons ready for ascension, no souls to buy anything, nor the required titanite shards in order to repair anything. If I bothered to use one of the souls of the lost undead I have, I could repair all these items. But that's pretty much arbitrary at this point. And he also has some rudimentary spells to learn, which I can use soul arrow because I meet the requirements of 10 intelligence, but not heavy soul arrow because it requires 12 intelligence, and the sorcerer's catalyst, which I'm certain I'll find later in the game. So, just gonna hang on to my souls for the time being.
Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves. Don't let me wither away out of idleness.
So I'm pretty much hitting the 30-minute mark here. That's how long I typically plan to make these videos. But with the magic of editing and whatnot, that might change between 30 minutes or hopefully at least 20 minutes. This can be quite a long game, and I'd rather not make a million parts to this. So then, leaving you with this wonderful scenic view. I will see you in the next episode. Ciao.